When you look at selling, it's evolving. When we talk about sales, we mean conversations between a buyer and a seller. Those conversations are critical, and many organizations don't pay enough attention to them and what's happening. When it comes to those sales conversations, two things are clear. First, a lot of change and complexity is happening inside your own company. And second, if you think about it, from the buyer's point of view, there's a lot of change and complexity there as well. Sellers, no matter where they are or who they are, must traverse between both worlds, whether in business to business or business to consumer selling, or selling to and through others. In one world, we're dealing with new products, processes and strategies, and then in the buyer's world, most buyers have much higher expectations. As a result, they have many more demands and needs than they can communicate. There's a lot to explore with these buyers, whether it's better loyalty programs on the retail side, or when selling to a business buyer such as a CIO who's exploring something like a technology platform. Those buyers want to understand the role that your company plays. They want to know how you're going to help them to be successful. How do you answer that? How do you help your customers achieve their goals and outcomes? Unfortunately, many companies today answer that question by explaining how they turn on the software or ship a product, and that doesn't help the buyer shape a vision or drive impact. It puts a lot of burden on those buyers to figure it all out on their own. There's much more to it than that. Salespeople must communicate that, but in addition, they must share value in many more specific ways at various buyer altitude levels and with many varying buyer roles. This buyer reality creates a challenge for salespeople. If salespeople must have conversations, they must become better at them. So many sales leaders are asking how to get that conversational system to work more efficiently to support the sales conversations their sellers must have. And 4 key factors get to the heart of this issue of sales productivity. These 4 issues become essential to increasing productivity and more transactions from sales conversations. That means decreasing new hire ramp time by ensuring individuals get onboarded quickly, so they're more productive in the sales team. Many sales leaders focus more on sales conversations that their sellers need to have and less on product features and technical details, onboarding into a buyer role instead of onboarding into a product or company. The second area to focus on to improve the sales conversation is ensuring you have the right salespeople and customer-facing employees in the right job roles. So many leaders lose sight of how buyers want to be sold to, and they don't align their sales roles with how people want to buy. So what is your definition of a great salesperson? If business strategies are changing, sellers' roles must also change. So in essence, what's the future state role of a salesperson or customer-facing employee? And more importantly, how do they align with the different ways buyers buy from you in other channels? Defining those roles is the second thing that will increase productivity. The third piece, often overlooked, is how your company drives towards a future state. Where is the business strategy going, and what is the sales strategy? For those strategies to be successful, what types of conversations are required? How do managers reinforce that? And what are managers coaching towards? The frontline management team must reinforce these behaviours and ensure that these future state behaviours are improved in the right way to drive sales. And that's coaching conversation and dialogue between manager and seller to confront some old ways of thinking and legacy beliefs, so reinforce those behaviours over time. The fourth piece is critically important and goes to the system issue. It's how we help salespeople or customer-facing employees realize the benefit, the tangible benefit of the tools and the technology at their disposal. So often there's a fabric of technology and tools that salespeople can leverage, but it needs to align with the sales conversations they need to have. So those technologies become a jumbled mess of conflicting processes and tools. So helping internal teams realize their decisions impact the sales conversations sellers need to have is the 4th key area that will increase productivity. Those are the 4 areas of aligning sales conversations to the business strategy to drive productivity. First, ramp the right people quickly. Reinforce the right behaviors and align the right tools and technology. You will drive sales productivity when you align with sales conversations.